What's going on, folks? Welcome to my very first episode on Freshwater Joe. So today I'm going to be setting up a little beta tank. I have this like 1970s Metaframe slate bottom 2.5 gallon tank that I've been waiting to kind of aquascape and set up the way I wanted to. I picked up a betta fish from Aquashella from BETTA Aquatics, and I just absolutely love this fish. It's a I think it's like called a red dragon. It's like got a main platinum like white body, and then all of its external fins are red. It's super cool fish. So I'm really excited to set this tank up, and I'm going to show you guys how it's going to be done. So today, that's what's going to be going on. We're going to go ahead, dive into this, and escape this tank, so stay tuned. Alright folks, here it is. Here's the setup we got going on today. I got this awesome, sleek Metaframe tank. They just look absolutely awesome. I wish they were still in production being made, because they're just such a cool, like old, unique style aquarium. I think it's going to look absolutely amazing with this natural color sand, and the way I'm going to make this scape and for the specific fish I'm going to be putting in here. We'll get to that in a second and show you him, but he's hanging out right now. He's going to be excited to get into this new tank. He's been chilling in one of my other aquariums right now with my shrimp. Probably throw a few shrimp in here too as well. But first off is substrate. I'm going to be using the Carib Sea Supernaturals. This is the sunset gold color, so I wanted like a natural, like very fine sand. And I got a couple of pieces of wood and some different color stones and stuff like that as well. And then the main plant I'm going to be using in this, which I have so much of. This hasn't even touched the surface of how much of this stuff I have. This is Sawasser tank. Let's see if I can get the camera to focus on it right there. So this is what they call like the freshwater seaweed. It's impossible to kill, and it grows insanely quick. It just looks awesome too, so super excited to use that. And then the other plant I'm going to be using today too as well is this Anubias Nana Petite. There we go. So I got this huge clump of this. I'm going to cut it up and probably attach it to the wood using some glue or some thread or something, whatever I got around. But super cool plant. So I got this giant clump of it. This stuff is awesome. So super excited to get into this. Without further ado, let's get the sand in. Alright, so as you can see, sand is now in. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. That color with the Metaframe. It's really good contrast. So far I like how it looks. As you can see, I've kind of built it up towards the back of the aquarium to give some depth and make it look like it's a little deeper than it actually is. So now I'm going to go ahead and get some of the aquascaping materials in, and then we're going to go ahead and attach the plants, fill up with water, and get the fish in, so stay tuned. Okay folks, the rock structure, my hardscape is in place right now. I'm using like the little like crystal stones that you would kind of get like at a gift shop or something like that. I think it brings some color and some pop to the scape. I think it's going to be really cool. Something a little different, something you don't see all the time. So without further ado, we're going to attach the Anubias Nana Petite and get some of the Sawasser tank in there too. I'm not sure how much of it I'm going to actually use. I think I have way too much for this tank. I don't want it to become like cumbersome and have too much of it in there, so I'm going to have to stay on top of trimming it too. So without further ado, let's attach some plants. Alright, so I just went ahead and separated this big chunk of the Anubias into little pieces. So I'm able to glue each little piece where I want to on the wood. So what's cool about Anubias is the rhizome plant. So you can snip it at wherever you like on the rhizome, and you basically have an entire new piece that will continue to grow. So this stuff is pretty slow growing, so it does take a while to really get to this size. This piece is definitely very, very old. Get back to that size eventually. Probably take a couple months, 6 months maybe, depending on the nutrient level in the tank. So here we go. So let's get this stuff in there. I think it's going to look absolutely epic. Okay, so what's great about super glue is, especially if you have a gel, 100% cyanoacrylate gel, it instantly bonds when it gets wet, which is pretty cool. It's actually bizarre to me still, but so that's the beauty of it. So now I'm going to take all of my little pieces of the Anubias Nana Petite, and I've already gone ahead and put in areas where I want to attach this. I've already put the glue there, so now I'm just going to take the pieces and just adhere them to the place that I want them to be to make it look kind of like natural. So. Alright folks, everything is in place in the way I want it to be. I ended up using a little bit of the Sawasher tang as well in the areas that I put glue in. I didn't have enough pieces of the Anubias Nana. So I think it came out overall pretty well, but we will see how it looks with water and when it's properly lit up with the light I have for it at the moment. And without further ado, I'm going to take some already established aquarium water from one of my other tanks, and we're going to fill it up, and we're going to get the fish in, so stay tuned. Alright folks, the tank is full. It is ready to go. I think it looks absolutely stunning. As you can tell, you can kind of see some of the bits of super glue where I attached the plants to. Over time, that'll fade out and it will grow diatomic algae over it too, so you're not really going to see it, and once the plants grow over it, it'll disappear. So in the meantime, it'll look kind of white at the base of all the plants, but eventually it'll overgrow, and it's going to look pretty sweet. So I'm going to be adding a few different species to this tank actually, one of which is the BETTA, who you'll see in a second. Also going to be adding a few Malaysian trumpet snails that, for those of you not familiar with them, they're going to live throughout the substrate. They bury through with an aid of keeping the substrate clean and releasing nitrogen gas pockets that build up in the substrate. A lot of people think of them as a nuisance snail, but they can be helpful if you keep them under control and you do not overfeed the tank. The more you feed the tank, the more food the snails have, the more they can populate to the aquarium. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get these guys in here. Let's get the BETTA in first. Oop. Here we go. Boom. Look at him. Go ahead and add the Malaysian trumpet snails. Just gonna be adding a couple of these guys. There's like 3 or 4. Might add a few more, but alright guys, you know. Look how cool that looks. Yo, I just did a video on this new tank. I wanna what do you think of it?
I don't know, it's alright. You got a little smudge right there.
It's because it's a 1970s tank.
Get a new one.
No, it's cool.
Oh my god.
So you like it?
I mean, it's just a fish tank. Why is this one covered though?
Oh, hey, they can't know about that. You gotta get out.
Guy, just
Dude,
show them.
No, they can't know.
Yes, they can.
They can't know. Go back in your room. They can't know. Bye. Hey guys, what's happened? It is a couple of weeks, I think, later since I filmed this. I just realized I didn't do an outro, so here I am. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching today's episode, the very first on Freshwater Joe on YouTube. And if you guys are not already, make sure you hit that subscribe button because I got a lot of content coming your way from here and at the shop. So stay tuned, stick with it, put your seatbelts on, and I always appreciate it. So without further ado, drop a name in the comments of what you guys want to name this betta, and we'll pick one next video in the update. Everybody's doing fine as of right now, and yeah, he's got a new friend in there too. So yeah. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Not gonna want to miss what's coming at you, and you know the deal. Keep it fresh, baby. Woo! Yeah.